Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Paul and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Podcast. Happy Sunday to the football family. My name is Benton, part of the Ball Chat family. Come on, Junior. Wagwan family. How you guys doing?
I'm good.
Well, if the Chelsea kind of dark, you're looking very good. Come on, you're looking very happy. Junior, Wagwan family, how are you?
Tell you something. I don't like wear black shirt cover ball chat today, but you know black shirt make you look slimming. I mean I try to lose weight. But black shirt is also for funeral, right? And the Chelsea organization, men and women, we don't pass on nobody for this show, you know. I don't want to get me too. I'm going to beat everybody. Man, Chelsea with the skin that go blue.
Those are the views of Junior Pringle Bridger. We're not beating anybody to skins blue. No pun intended, football family. But I got you, family. I got you. Chelsea had a warm week. Chelsea kind of dark. We'll discuss Chelsea's terrible week. We'll also discuss Liverpool. Liverpool never seems to quit. Alisson Becker with a goal at the end. Big up to Leicester City, the fabulous Foxes, as they won the FA Cup. We'll discuss the FA Cup. We'll also discuss Concacaf Gold Cup schedule, freshly released. The Reggae Boys get ready for Concacaf Gold Cup schedule. Concacaf Gold Cup coming down on July 2nd. We'll also discuss the Reggae Boy squad that just released. And we'll touch some news on MLS later on the show. We'll have Yard Ballers. Maybe a women's football report. I don't know if Kadisha is going to join us because she proclaimed that Chelsea's women will win this Champions League. I don't know if she's going to be missing. She might need to take some Tylenol or something. Football family, you know how we do it. It's live. We're on FlowSports YouTube page. We're on Ball Chat YouTube page. We're on Facebook. It's an interactive show. We always start off with Ballers and Bugs. Ballers being the impressive players of the week. Bugs being the unimpressive. Come on. Ballers of the week. Who do you have as your baller of the week, family?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, I am so depressed-ish because nothing is going my way. So I have to give my baller to Alisson, right? Alisson, he has gone through a lot this season. He has been making some boo-boos, some big errors that cost Liverpool some points. So, with a kill him or whatever, make some football mistake. And then the loss of his father. So he really got through it. So for him to come now and score the winning goal, the last kick of the game, basically, to give Liverpool vital 3 points. And we must also give a big shout out to West Brom. I mean, they had nothing to play for, but they left everything out there on the pitch. So Alisson gets my baller of the week. I also have to give it out to Atletico Madrid. I mean, their backs were against the wall today. Even though we beat them, because at one point in the lead by 13 points, I know it down to the wire. But them step up today, unlike my Barcelona. The Atletico Madrid gets it. Leicester gets it. The goal scorer, worldly goal. For everybody. My goalkeeper Casper was really, really good in goal for Leicester City. And for Leicester City to win the FA Cup with Old Foot Vardy and Old Foot West Morgan, I have to give it to them. So Alisson, Leicester City, and Atletico Madrid. Those are my ballers of this.
Wow, resounding ballers of the week. Leicester City, Alisson. Big up yourself, come on, for giving Kasper Schmeichel a ball of the week. I didn't know he was your goalkeeper, but we'll get to that in a minute. Junior Bridget, let's get to your ballers, family.
I only have one ball of the week and I have one bug of the week. My ball of the week goes out to the man that is the two-time Ballon d'Or winner in back-to-back, but them thief it from him last year, Mr. Lewandowski. The man beat Gerd Muller's, 40-something years record or 20, how much year record? Goal scoring record.
I don't remember. A long time.
Yeah. And not only that, with equaling the record, the man paid homage to Mr. Mueller by showing a shirt, celebrating and saying, like he said, fantastic girl or only girl or something like that. So hats off to Lewandowski for one, tying the record, and two, showing respect to his elders and to the history of football. So Lewandowski, the Terminator, and I'm going to say it again, back-to-back Ballon d'Or winner, but them thief it from him last year. Them can't thief it from him this year. Or else the Manchester United faithful will be marching to the FIFA doors.
Wait, who won the Ballon d'Or last year? Talk about them thief it from him.
No, remember them never awarded last year.
Oh, they didn't award. Oh, okay.
Lewandowski's hands down, right?
Yeah, he had a wonderful year.
Back it up this year with a record break, with a record tying year so far, or the chance to break it. Honorable mention to Borussia Dortmund for winning the cup, and the man them Sancho just jig the little beer out of the cup and just forward come on Manchester, yeah, man.
Yeah. But Dortmund won the DFB Pokal title in the Bundesliga in German football. My ball of the week. Well, Junior is also giving ball of the week to Robert Lewandowski, big striker for Bundesliga's champion Bayern Munich, as he tied Gerd Muller's old record, 40 years or so leading goal scorer in the league record. My ball of the week, Barcelona ladies. Come on, we have to give Barcelona ladies the ball of the week, Junior. And come on, big impressive players. They become the champions of Europe. Beat and teach Chelsea's ladies in the just concluded Women's Champions League final. Martins, a baller. She was fantastic. Hermosa and the entire FC Barcelona ladies family. Tiki-taka football. Teach them. If them press, we pass it around them. Well, they pass around them. So I was very impressed with the display by the Barcelona ladies. So they get a ball of the week from me for winning the Champions League. And ball of the week to Brendan Rodgers and Leicester City, the fabulous Foxes. First major trophy for Brendan Rodgers in English football. So big up yourself, Brendan Rodgers, as they won the FA Cup. Let's get to bug of the week. And football family, if you have ballers and bugs, please send them on. Unimpressive players of the week. Come on, who do you have?
Chelsea. I mean, I just don't understand. Chelsea just continue to find ways to disappoint me. Barcelona, them is the next. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Today, I was so excited when I saw Suarez score. You know why? Suarez story is a good story that really highlights redemption. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if his goal is the goal that allows Atletico Madrid to to win the title, then I'm telling you, his story is going to be one of redemption, and Barcelona have egg in a them face. So Barcelona, I'm a bug. Chelsea, I'm a bug. And I need to specifically shout out Timo Werner. At what point will Chelsea get back their money for Timo Werner? When will Timo Werner show us the quality or the class that I hear about? I mean, when I hear them talk about Timo Werner, it seems as if they're talking about a Jamaican player or a player from the Caribbean. In fast. It's like, is that the only attribute Timo Werner brings to Chelsea? I am so disappointed with Timo Werner. Him after all my bug. Me not give nobody else in me forget. Alright, me give Barcelona and Chelsea bug. Timo Werner specifically must get. Oh, and Tuchel need to get it too. Because I'm like, when you bring on Giroud in the 80-something minute, what? And keep on Timo Werner? I mean, like, all of Chelsea get it here, man. Ridiculous.
Okay, bug of the week for the entire Chelsea. We'll get to Chelsea in a minute. Come on, you save some of the beating, because Junior is ready with the belt buckle for Chelsea. And just to remind you, football family, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on. And Junior, that record that Lewandowski tied, 49 years ago when Gerd Muller scored that record in Bundesliga's play. Bugs of the week, Junior, who do you have as your unimpressive player of the week, Reggie?
I have one bug of the week this week. One, there are many candidates. And everybody know I'm a Manchester United fan. You see over my shoulder, it says Blazers out. But one of the Glazers them run out of the place, all right? But let me just give it a little history. Casey Stoney took over as Manchester United women's sport when the team was formed in 2018, right? The first year, instantly qualified. I brought him to the top league. Got consecutive top 4 finishes for the Manchester United women, right? She missed out on the Champions League qualification this year by 1 point, right?
Yeah.
So Manchester United is a developing women's team.
Yeah.
She resigned this week, right? And the reason for her resignation is frustrations over infrastructure and training facilities.
Yeah.
Manchester effing United.
Family show.
Family show. Manchester United. Frustration over training facilities. If it's even the under 5 team, they're supposed to have top of the line training facility. It is disrespectful to the women, and let me just make everybody know this. Ball Chat support women football to the max, and not because we see it as an opportunity, but we see it as an opportunity for grow football, as an opportunity for grow Ball Chat podcast. So what I'm saying is genuine. Fire for the Glazers them for not supporting the women's team, but burn them for that. Where's Stoney going? She's 38 years old, and now she's apparently going to the San Diego team, the new team in the USWL, or the
WSL.
USL.
Yeah.
Some new team that coming up. And she is interested to come to America when everybody is trying to go to England to go play in that league. That is how much pain Manchester United put her through. Fire for them. Glazers out. And I will be going back to England right after the season, and we will be marching on the Old Trafford field again. Them can't stop me. Wait, hey, I don't think we're a streaker yet. Wait till we start run for Old Trafford field. Manchester United, bug of the week.
Bug of the week from Manchester United for Junior. It took you a while to get to that one, but yes, bug of the week, Manchester United. As what? Casey Stoney resigned her post as a ladies coach. Football family, if you have ballers and bugs, please send them on. We're about to get to our football recap in a second. My bug of the week, football family, got to give the bug of the week to Manchester United. Manchester United, brethren. I mean, what was that against Liverpool, brethren? You're playing your rival. You had a chance to tell Liverpool, you will not make it to the Champions League this year. I am going to put a stop to this. And what did Manchester United do? You lay an egg. Junior, how do you explain that, brethren? Bug of the week for Manchester United.
Let me explain the big side. For the big side coming in second, we don't talk about teams below us. Listen to me. But light a fire upon Manchester United. Don't let me pick up for them right now. All guns out to Chelsea.
Chelsea is just an easy picking, Junior. Easy picking. I mean, you had a chance. Manchester United had a chance to nail a coffin, put a nail in the coffin in their arch rival to try to make it to Champions League after winning the Premier League last year. There was a chance for Manchester United to say, you shall not make Champions League. Help out Leicester City and Chelsea Football Club by beating Liverpool. But what did you do? You lost. So Manchester United get the bug of the week. For me, for just a horrible display against an arch rival. Let's get to our football roundup. Let's start with the champions of England as it's official. Man City, champions of England. Your thoughts? It was a foregone conclusion, but let's take a minute to appreciate what this team has done to English football over this last year.
Hold on, Benton. Before we do that, though, Benton, go through the comments.
Yes.
Big up Dalton. Dalton, what going? As soon as Alisson bust ahead of you, hey, you know, you live longer than Dalton. I'm leaving Lincoln still. Epl Schedule said, we are here. Dalton said, ball of the week is Alisson and Liverpool. Epl Schedule says, the best goal of the year. That was a Giroud header. Before we go to the other comment, you see it? The Liverpool people they've just circle when looks because something going good for them in about best goal of the year. Yo, man, stop it, y'all. Epl there. BM says ball of the week is Liverpool goalkeeper Alisson. Epl said that's a sign Chelsea not winning Champions League. He's talking about Chelsea women losing in the Champions League and also Chelsea men losing in the FA Cup. Come on, LP Salera is saying that's a sign Chelsea is not winning the Champions League. People, this week is a part of Come On's therapy. So if you want to support Come On Junior Therapy, put a heart emoji in the chat. If you're not supporting her, put a laugh smiley in the chat, please. LP Salera said, Bug is Tuchel. The man overthink the tactics against Leicester. Dalton saying the bug of the week is Neverton, the noisy neighbors. LP Solera says, come on, Lee. That's what David Villa did when Barca let him go to the Atletico in 2014. BM saying his bug of the week is Tupper and the GFF. The recent squad selection is a joke. BM, hold tight. We'll soon talk about that. LP Solera said, but Junior only not care about the women them either. He doesn't watch them either. Well, LP Solera only don't even watch under 23 side. So, Prime Minister said Man United FC had 4 games in the space of a week. Bug of the week is the FA. Thank you, Prime Minister. Bala.
Before you continue that comment, the Prime Minister comment about 4 games in a week or whatever. 4 games in the space of a week. Talk to the little idiot Manchester United fans who got the Junior and his friends who got the game against Liverpool rescheduled, all right? In fact, Liverpool should have gone out and asked for those 3 points. So they shouldn't have had to reschedule that game. So talk to those little idiot Manchester United fans who are having some problems at home with this Glazer family about the FA and getting bug of the week. Continue, Junior. My apologies.
I don't want to put my beautiful singing voice out there because we already get flagged for singing a song for our show. And then block with YouTube channel in certain countries. But Chris Martin and Romy Burger have a tune. We talk about chatty, mouth and massy, mix up. Why you not leave people business? Leave people business alone. All right. Ty Gill said, Chelsea, me say, come on, leave with it.
and as Junior, we are drop word fun. Chatty. Yeah, I'm to you. We could burn out Manchester United in a second. Continue, family.
Yeah, and Cameron said it took Man United FC fans to save football.
Oh, Jesus. Imagine that. All right, let's get to the champions of the EPL. 5th title in the last 10 years in English football. Let's take a moment and talk about what this team has done. As football family, keep the comments coming. Come on, they won the title without even kicking a ball as the little idiot side, Manchester United, lost to Liverpool. Your thoughts on this Man City's team? They were in a stumble earlier on in the season, but they've pretty turned around mid-season, just pretty much went on a tear.
It just shows you that Pep is a good coach. I mean, like, he understands what it takes to win. You know, we see him bench star players, we see him substitute bench players, players if they're not really playing his style of football. And you can see that the players actually played for him this season. I mean, it's a good win. You can't fault them. You can't say anything. Sometimes them play attractive football, and next time they just got the job done, whatever it took. We see Ake wasn't really featured as much, but Ake is a good player. And remember, when Pep talked about Foden, some people laughed because we were like, look at this Langley, skinny, unassuming footballer. And Pep is saying that this footballer can be as good as Messi. And we laugh. And look at it. Now Foden comes and he's an integral part of Manchester City. So you have to give them props. You can't fault them. And to win with such a commanding margin, it's not really an easy feat. Because we saw teams, right out of the gate. We saw Leeds. We saw Chelsea was going to do well. We saw Spurs was going to do well.
Even Arsenal was up there.
Yes. I mean, like, even. And then for Manchester City to come out and just, dominate in the second half of the season, it was just really, good football. We talk about it. We wonder, why is Raheem in the squad? Why is Raheem on the bench? But hey, Klopp say if you're not playing Matna Klopp, why we keep calling him Klopp?
We'll get to Klopp in a second, Pep.
And also, Pep said if you're not playing my style of football, then you have to ride the bench.
Yes.
So hats off to him.
Junior, Alex Ferguson called them the noisy neighbors, but as a Manchester United fan, you have to give respect where respect is due. 5th title in 10 years. Your thoughts?
Yeah, because if my neighbor is noisy and even if him win a scratch off ticket and get $500, he's just a $500 noisy neighbor. That's who Man City is right now. But all fun and joke aside, Ruben Diaz is this year's Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool. And I can make the argument that City is not winning the Premier League without Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
Ruben Diaz has single-handedly stabilized Man City in all areas of their team. Remember, Fernandinho had to play centre-back.
Yeah, he played centre-back last year for them, yeah.
Rodri, I remember I used to laugh at Rodri. I used to point out Rodri's mistakes last year, right?
Yeah.
Rodri did not get exponentially better. It's just that he has Fernandinho beside him now. He have Kevin De Bruyne. He have better players playing around him. And you have a solid centre-back back there that can run as fast as Sadio Mane and Salah and is as strong to keep Giroud off the ball. That is how important Ruben Diaz has been. And I'm not overstating it. I really think Man City would have never won the title if it wasn't for Ruben Diaz. So it shows, I don't know who's responsible for it, who scouted him. But because remember, Pep has made many mistakes on centre-backs in the past, right?
Yeah.
But he really got it right this year. So hats off to them. Hats off to City being a more balanced team now. And, they're going to be here. They're going to be here to stay for a long time.
Yeah, Ruben Diaz. Yeah, go ahead, come on.
Yeah, and then if we're talking about Diaz, if we talk about Laporte, we have to talk about Stones, and we have to talk about Kyle Walker. When Stones and Diaz, around there, I mean, there's no worrying. You don't have to worry. You don't put the hand on your head. You don't have to say boys are Mendy's. You don't have to worry. They stabilize the back line. Yeah. And as I said, good coaches recognize players' weaknesses and their strengths. We laugh off of Kyle Walker because I always like Kyle Walker. We talk about elite footballers. Yeah. You would never say Kyle Walker is in the conversation, but he steadied Manchester City. And then he has been used by Pep as a goalkeeper. So we laugh at Pep's madness, but I think there's a method to his madness. And we saw it. Everybody did something else. They tried different tactics. They tried to study Pep, but him always have something more and pull the rabbit out of that.
Yeah.
So we have to give our hat off, to Stones as well, because Stones and Diaz actually formed this great big wall for Manchester.
Exactly. I mean, and like you said, credit to Pep because many thought that John Stone was finished at Man City after the last couple of years there, but somehow he has resurrected his career. Excellent season for John Stone. I mean, the only thing is that he cannot have Ruben Diaz with him when he plays for England. But a player that I want to acknowledge, though, that you mentioned Phil Foden before we get to our other games roundup and EPL roundup, is Ilkay Gundogan. He's been exceptional for them. I mean, I remember they struggled at the beginning of the season, or throughout the season somewhat, getting goals from the usual suspect. Gabriel Jesus is not scoring goals in abundance like Kun Aguero. And so Ilkay Gundogan stepped into that slot and scored a lot of goals for them. So, and other midfielders. So, I mean, them are the big side. They are the benchmark this year in the EPL.
He definitely fit the David Silva mold this year.
Yes.
The Silva was at his best for City. Gundogan is the closest I've seen to that mold.
Yeah. And even Kevin De Bruyne spending time on the bench out or time away from the team for injuries. Like you said, they found ways to continue to win games. So brilliant display. Brilliant display. Let's look at the
look at it. Ake is now a Premier League champion with Manchester City. When he got loaned out, we thought that, he was going to be one of those players like a Loftus Cheek where you get sent down to play with somebody and it just not work out. But he contributed. So, Manchester City really fit the pieces this season, and it really showed that other teams can go out there. You don't have to spend a 75 million pound for bringing a player. You just look for the gems them out there and then make it work.
Yeah, and
Chelsea make it more fun.
and make it work. Let's before we get to our FA Cup roundup, let's quickly look at the EPL table because we want to get a chance to discuss this race for top four. I mean, it's all about Liverpool now coming in at that. Chelsea's 64 points, Leicester City 66 points, Liverpool 63 points. Your thoughts? I mean, will Leicester City make the Champions League? This is the only thing I care about. Can Leicester City make the Champions League this year?
Yes. All I can say to my side, Chelsea don't drop the soap. But yes,
will they drop the soap against as Leicester City plays Chelsea, and we'll preview that game quickly coming up. Sorry, come on, go ahead.
I mean, they better not. I mean, they Chelsea better come up with all guns blazing. Every gun where they have them supposed to whatever. Tuchel need to learn from his mistake and make adjustments. Because Leicester is confident. Leicester is above us in the table. Leicester just beat us in a cup final. Even when Chelsea was playing the better football. We had more chances, we had more possession, we controlled the stats when you looked at it, but we control every stat except the goal where you score. So I think Leicester is I just think Chelsea is the underdog in the match versus Leicester, and I think Leicester is in a good place. I mean, like, I already beat you, I can beat you again. So I think Leicester will make top four, and I think Chelsea will be in trouble.
So the magic for Leicester City and magic number for Leicester City and Chelsea, any one of them get to 70 points, they're into the Champions League, right? Liverpool maximum points they can get, provided they win their two remaining games, is 69 points. So Leicester City and Chelsea has to get to 70 points. How does Leicester City get to 70 points?
Beat Chelsea.
Beat Chelsea and beat Spurs.
Yes.
So then if
and I think Spurs is going to be the harder game because I watched Spurs this morning and I'm telling you, there's a renewed energy, a renewed sense of urgency in Tottenham's play this morning. So if Leicester slip, it's a go rough. But I think they can pull it out. I think they will do well. As I said, confidence is a big boost. It is a big boost, and I think Leicester will do well. I think so.
All right, let's get the EPL schedule up for Tuesday, knowing where we are. Junior, chime in for a second there. Magic number 70 points is what these teams need. Leicester City plays Chelsea on Tuesday. Your thoughts, quickly, Junior. 70 points is the magic number for both of these teams. Leicester City needs 4 points. Liverpool needs every point, and of course, Chelsea needs what, 6 more points?
You remember 2 seasons ago, you remember Leicester was in a tight race for the Champions League spot against Manchester United.
Yeah.
Right? Remember, it was up until the last game of the season, and Leicester threw it away, right?
Yeah.
Convince me why this year will be different. Not because why? Because I'm a FA Cup winner.
All right.
I can foresee.
Yeah.
Leicester losing the next 2 games.
Okay, convince you why this year is more important. Yeah.
No, not important. Why is this year different?
Different. This year, like you said, they won a trophy, so that maybe give them a little bit of sort of wings behind their sail. But I cannot see Spurs beating Leicester City at Leicester City on the final match day. But the key thing before I let you, the key thing for me though with Leicester City is what happens in that Chelsea game on Tuesday. If they get beaten by Chelsea, then their heads might hang, and then going into that weekend, they might be a little bit too nervous.
that game against Tottenham will be a game that Tottenham needs to play in the UEFA Cup next year.
I think I'm really on a Bush League side.
Them and West Ham is tied at 59. That is going to be a game that they need to get into UEFA Cup next year. And they want to play in Europe with a new stadium, fans coming back, new coach. You want to convince Harry Kane to stay. You want to convince Son to stay. You need that. You need to play in Europe. So that it just feels like Leicester is going to play in the Europa Cup next year. It just feels that way to me. I might be wrong. Werner might miss 3 empty goals, and Vardy might make a 1 run and score 1 goal. And Tuesday, we'll have a different argument next week. But it just feels to me, the most Leicester thing that could happen is them lose the next 2 games.
So, Man City 83 points, Manchester United 70, Leicester City 66, Chelsea 64, Liverpool 63, Spurs 59, Spurs and West Ham tied on 59 points. One thing that could put all this to bed is that Wednesday Liverpool plays Burnley. And I'm going to get to the comments quickly, Junior. Can Burnley upset the apple cart here and help the rest of the group? Help Chelsea and Leicester City.
Benton.
Yeah.
Is Burnley at risk of being relegated?
No, Burnley is not at risk of being relegated.
Right. That's question number 1. Question number 2. The players them going through a COVID pandemic here and just can't wait for summer break, don't it?
Yeah.
So why you think Burnley going to beat Liverpool? What am I have to play for?
I'm playing for match bonus.
Match bonus? Bonus is when you walk on the field. No, it's not going to happen. Liverpool is running the table. It all comes down to if Leicester can win one of the next 2 games. That's all it comes down to.
So
I disagree.
Yeah, go ahead,
I disagree. You know why I disagree? Look at Liverpool versus West Brom today. West Brom never have nothing to play for. Absolutely nothing. And it took the last kick of the game for Liverpool to beat a West Brom. And to me, Burnley is a better side than West Brom.
Well,
Liverpool, listen, if this was last year Liverpool, we would say done and dusted, right? But this is this year Liverpool where we've seen them falter and them slip and have all Liverpool fans them in an uproar. So I am not counting out a Burnley victory versus Liverpool. Yes, Junior, there's something to play for because everybody wants to beat one of the best teams in the Premier League. You think, say, a Burnley playing a Manchester City not going to beat even though Manchester City win, you think say Burnley not going to play for something other than the 3 points? They want to be able to beat the best team. And yes, maybe some of them are playing for a contract extension. Maybe some of them are playing for, to get promoted to go to another club or something, but get transferred to another club. You never know. So my thing is this: Leicester and Chelsea cannot depend on Burnley and Crystal Palace to save them. I don't think if any team probably have a chance to beat Liverpool, it would be Burnley. Because Crystal Palace is a little chop. I don't know what.
They're moody. So it's Burnley.
But it is close, and guess what? It's exciting. Yes, the league already, them win the league, Manchester win the league already. But the race, second to fifth is extremely exciting.
Yeah. And Alisson Becker scoring at the death. What a wonderful goal he scored at the death. You gave him ball of the week. Come on. Junior, let's get some of the comments out as we get to Championship Sunday schedule quickly. Providing Championship Sunday will have some value if Liverpool wins against Burnley this week. So if Liverpool lose to Burnley, it's all over for the race between Chelsea and Leicester City, right? They have it locked.
Yeah, so El Pistolero said injury mash up Liverpool, reasons they didn't challenge as much. He also said the quality of City is undeniable. Jason Frame said his bug of the week is well easy. Chelsea male and female teams. El Pistolero said, so we can conclude that having a solid centre-back duo wins you the league, like when Van Dijk and Gomez did for Liverpool. He also said, come on, Lee, don't lose. Prime Minister says Spurs are subside. Kiss my teeth. Epistolero said, but one of Chelsea or Leicester will drop points. Talking of Tottenham, Kane wants to get golden boot. Epistolero also said, Junior, because Kalichek scoring goals for them. Prime Minister said, I like that Man United FC give Liverpool a glimmer of hope of getting into top four, only for them to fall at the last two hurdles. Epistolero said, remember, Liverpool has been here before. Remember when they needed to beat Middlesbrough to go to the Champions League? Burnley lost at home to Leeds, so it's possible. Liverpool beat Burnley, knowing Liverpool has been good away from home. Let me tell you something, people.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what is the height of desperation.
Depending on
When a man start bring up a stat from before we have HDT Middlesbrough. Yo, hats off to El Pistolero, bring up Middlesbrough. Yo, I'm telling you who would be happy for El Pistolero talking about Middlesbrough? England coach.
Gareth Southgate will be happy about.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I listen. I am worried. Trust me, sister, I am worried for my side because there are two teams that they're playing that tend to beat teams ranked higher than them are like we have Aston Villa. Aston Villa is, I don't know if we call them a dark horse or something, but Aston Villa is a side where can turn up when they want to turn up. And as we know, possession don't win games, goal scoring, and we don't have a striker. We laugh week before last when somebody said, come on, you need to stand a striker. We laugh. But after seeing Chelsea player Leicester, we really and truly need a striker with a nose for goal.
Yeah.
And Aston Villa can do something like that. So we have issues.
Yeah. So match day, final match day, Championship Sunday is normally called Aston Villa versus Chelsea, Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. What's the other big game? Leicester City versus Spurs. Those are the big matches we're going to be watching, football family. Yeah, Junior.
El Pistolero said that was 2016. El Pistolero, 5 years gone.
that relates to the Middlesbrough Liverpool game. And Tuesday, Chelsea versus Leicester City, big game. Wednesday, Liverpool versus Burnley. Who gets in? Who gets out? Your final prediction, family, into the Champions League spot.
Leicester and Chelsea will be okay.
Leicester and Chelsea will be okay. Junior.
Yeah, Leicester and Chelsea will okay. It's going to be sad, but Liverpool is going to be out there along with Spurs.
And so, Junior, you have Liverpool and Chelsea.
Chelsea and Pool.
Chelsea and Liverpool.
So Leicester going to lose them 2 games?
No.
Chelsea, yeah. All right, let's step to the FA Cup final quickly as Chelsea had a horrible week. Football family, first trophy for Brendan Rodgers in the cup. I mean, they even brought on the old man, Henry, Captain Morgan himself. Impressive. It couldn't be more well deserved, right? Leicester City, football family, to a more well deserved group of players. What Leicester City has gone through with the loss of their owner from the helicopter crash and the tragedy over the last few years, and of course the questions around Brendan Rodgers wetting the bed at the final moment regarding Champions League. Your thoughts on the victory yesterday in the FA Cup final? Junior,
go on.
Junior, don't speak to immediately.
I just have one thing to say though. What a beautiful thing to see fans in the stand when a beautiful strike from 25 yards out with keeper dive out field life and can't touch it, and see a brother from Belgium running to the stands and the fans are there to greet him. What a great feeling. Great to see fans back in a football game. Come on. Chelsea get them one chance to win a trophy, and them just throw it away. I mean,
yeah, wicked. That means we're going to win Champions League. But anyway, so listen, Chelsea has 64% possession. 64. More than Leicester. Leicester had one shot on target. One shot on target beside Leicester out, and Chelsea has 3 shots. I don't know what to say. We never play a bad football. We just never finish our chances. We just never put the ball on the net when it counted. I'm not going to beat. We're not gonna beat up Timo Werner. Well, I think Timo Werner is not the answer. And then on top of that too, it's like Tuchel feel like him can keep him. I guess when they keep in a player long enough, eventually them score. But it don't happen for Timo Werner. And for Tuchel to be reluctant in substituting Timo early out in the game, it was just mind-boggling to me. It was just, I just never understand. And I don't know what is it that Pulisic needs to do to cement himself in Chelsea's squad.
Come on. Jason Frame said you sorry, come on. Jason Frame said come on sounds like her coach, full of excuse. come on, let's daddy.
No, but Jason, but nothing I'm saying excuse. I am putting the blame where the blame's supposed to be. We had a good enough game, but the blame is on the person who got the opportunity and never put the ball on the back of the net. And I am complaining about Timo Werner. I am complaining about the coach. And these are just facts. Whenever Christian Pulisic comes in the game, he produces. He does something. So why is it that this young man cannot get a fair shake? That's all I'm saying. And if Timo Werner is going to be the hill that Tuchel dies on, him going to go the same way like Frank Lampard. That's all I'm saying. Giroud is gone. I don't even remember that Tammy is there. I mean, like, what is going on? Is he going to use Timo Werner until them get blood out of the stone? But that's not understand. I was disappointed because this was a cup that we should have won.
And it sounded like the Chelsea manager who said they did everything, to paraphrase, but they lost the game. It felt unlucky. But rather than focus on the losing team.
They didn't do everything. All right, then do everything but score.
Yes.
When I knew that the game was done, that Brendan was trolling my side, when they put on 37-year-old West Morgan, I'm like, what is this?
They need him to stabilize the defense, especially the brain behind the defense. In the defense, Johnny Evans picked up an injury earlier on, so they needed the captain Morgan to come on and help save it. But rather than focus on the losing team, let's take a minute now and focus on the winning team and what Brendan Rodgers did so well. I mean, Wilfred Ndidi and the entire Leicester City team, Yuri Tillemans. I mean, it was interesting that Brendan Rodgers he didn't even start James Maddison from the jump. He put Ayoze Perez in that number 10 role, which I thought was weird. But give me a minute on Leicester City, what the Fabulous Foxes did. Come on, Anjuna.
They took a side that paid millions for 2 Germans and turned them inside out. That's exactly what they did. We always sleep on Leicester, and Leicester, they deserve some criticism sometimes because some of the games that they're supposed to win, they're not winning, and it's like you can't really depend on them. But Leicester isn't a rich squad, right? It's not a lot of name brand players, but you can see that when they go there, they give 100%. Nobody is taking them time and tracking back. You see old foot Vardy rolling back a defender like he's like up and down the park for the entire game. Because guess what? They want it more. So, props to Brandon because he's a good coach. I think he's a smart coach. When it comes to tactics, he's not afraid to adjust. That's what I like with him. You be on the pitch, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. He thinks the game is not going. He makes the adjustment, unlike some other coaches who decide that, let me just ride it out. Yeah. So I think he has a good crop of players who play for him, a good crop of players who have the potential, and there's players who really wanted a trophy more than Chelsea yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. Junior, quickly, your thoughts, since a Chelsea fan hug up all the time, pretty much, discussing the FA Cup and focusing on the losing side.
After all that boo-hooing and all that horoscope telling we come on just a while ago, she finally got to the right answer, in my opinion. Leicester just wanted it more.
Yeah.
That's it. Chelsea looked like a team that knew they were about to play the Champions League final, and looked at the FA Cup as a warm-up game.
Yeah.
Champions League final, while Leicester treated this like their Champions League final.
Yeah.
So Chelsea, all you have to do, Chelsea is just beat the best side in England.
Yeah, just beat Man City and all that stuff will be gone. Yeah.
All you have to do is just beat the best side in Europe in 2 weeks, and come on, we will all forget about the FA Cup.
Yeah, all this will be forgotten. Let's step over to, as we continue our football roundup, let's step to La Liga quickly, as La Liga race is hot. Atletico Madrid won. They're sitting on 83 points. Real Madrid, 81. Barcelona is out of it, of course, 76. Is it Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid goes into the final match day with a chance to win this thing, providing that Chola and Atletico Madrid don't mess it up. Your thoughts, family? And let's look at the quick schedule for the final match day of La Liga coming up this Sunday. All games kicks off at the same time. Real Madrid will play Villarreal, which should be a tough matchup. And Atletico Madrid plays Valladolid. Is this over? Can we call this one?
It is over. Done.
It's over for Barcelona.
Yeah, it's over for Barcelona.
It's not over for Atletico, because they had to fight hard today. Real Madrid, I think, had an easier game today, right? So I don't think it is over. It is still neck and neck, and it's anybody's game. And if I had to be a betting woman, I would say that Atletico Madrid will actually win.
Yeah, final match.
Yeah, because Villarreal is a tough team. It's hard to break them down. And they fight for every ball, every point. So I think it's going to be a little bit rougher for Real Madrid, and I think this is Simeone's year.
Remember, this is Zidane's more likely last game.
Yeah.
I'd like.
And quickly, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Allegri is supposed to be considered one of the candidates for this Madrid job. Zidane kicked back against the notion that, or he pushed back against the notion that he allegedly told his players that he will leave at the end of the season. There were reports that he did that. He said that that's false. Is this something for Allegri, provided that Aziz would decide to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect fit.
Perfect.
I think it's a perfect fit. Where is Zidane gonna go?
Yeah, so we'll step into the Serie A in a little bit. So you've got Atletico Madrid finishing this out, Junior, and come on.
All Atletico need is a draw. If they draw, Liverpool have to win by 4 clear goals.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Madrid have to win by 4 clear goals. That happens.
Yeah, it's not. So we'll watch. And, of course, Championship Sunday coming up. Match day 38 this Sunday. All games kick off at the same time. Let's step into the French League before we step over to the Serie A. Quickly, football family. Lille continues to hold it very tight. 1 point ahead of Paris. Paris won today. Lille dropped 2 points as they drew with Saint Etienne. This could be tight coming down the stretch. 1 game remaining. Lille has, I think, Angers. And I'm not sure, remember who Paris has the last game. Quickly, your thoughts.
Lille winning.
Who winning?
Destiny, yeah.
Destiny.
Who winning?
Lille.
So
Really?
So Lille has Angers and Paris has No, they have Monaco in the Copa, in the French Italian final, and
They have Brest.
yes, I mean easy beating stick. So Lille must win next week's game.
Brest is 16th in the league.
Yeah. So Lille must win next week game, right? A draw is not good enough for Lille.
Nope. Have to win.
They have to win. All right.
I think both teams are going to win.
Both teams are going to win. All right.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Well, Angers is 12, and I mean they're not doing badly.
I wouldn't even be surprised if the Angers played forward and just lay down on the field. And,
They can't leak. That is the view of Jonah. They can't legally do that.
Yeah. Interestingly, I thought today's opponent against PSG would be a little bit more competitive. They play Rams
And
today.
a red card.
Yeah. Oh,
They got a red card. Yes, they had a red card in the 10th minute, so that would make it hard.
Yeah.
So 4 goals, even more team scored.
Imagine that. Junior, what the football family is saying as we step over to Syria doing our quick football roundup.
Epl Schedule said, "Man, a spite Pulisic because him choose USA over Germany in reference to Tuchel not playing Pulisic." Jason Frame said, "Same Epl Schedule. Prime Minister said, it's the hope that kills you. Chelsea fans going home empty-handed. It's the hope that kills you. Anybody that knows about Batman and Dark Knight Rises knows about the hope that is what is killing people. So hopefully, Chelsea can be like the Dark Knight and rise out of the pits."
Chelsea gonna be and Tuchel is gonna be in a lot of trouble if Chelsea ends up empty-handed and they don't qualify for Champions League. He will be in a lot of problems.
Really though? I mean, he's just gonna whine and complain and say, "I got a raggedy team from Lampard."
Interestingly, they only gave him an 18 months contract to start out. That's the commitment they have.
Not only that. If Tuchel finished the season without a trophy and out of the Champions League, how is it any different than what Lampard would have produced?
Because we would not have been in the top 4. We would have been battling down there with Arsenal.
No.
Get your story straight, Junior.
No. If you don't make it to the Champions League and don't win a trophy, how is it any different than under Lampard?
Because Lampard would not have given us the opportunity to leave Champions League empty-handed, FA Cup empty-handed. So stop it. We would not be up there in the top part of the table with a dog at the bottom with Arsenal. We wouldn't have gained those 3 points that Tuchel would gain. So stop it.
All right, so football family, let's go to Syria quickly before we get to women's football report and then Yard Ballers discussing Jamaican football and Gold Cup schedule coming down. Inter Milan versus is already done, but the big race is the 5th position, the Champions League spot. Juventus. Is the old lady going to sneak in here? AC Milan drew today and giving the old lady a chance, but Napoli won.
I don't know. I mean, did you watch the match versus Inter? Juventus was basically helped by the referee. That's the first thing.
Not again. They relegated to Serie B a few years ago because of referee assistant. Be careful. Those are the views.
If you watched it, the refereeing was atrocious. So I think Juventus, they're in a bit of trouble. I really think they will not qualify for the Champions.
So the last match day is where things is kind of tricky, right, for the Serie A team, because interestingly, Atalanta plays AC Milan the last match day. Juventus plays Bologna. Napoli plays Verona. I would say Juventus have the easier of the lot.
But that don't mean anything. That don't mean that they're going squeaking.
Atalanta already made it to the Champions League, so does AC Milan on the outside here. And of course, we don't care about Sassuolo and Lazio, since Lazio already gave away their chance.
They have to win. They can't draw. I mean, naturally they can't lose, but they can't draw either. So I mean, you know what? If them draw and AC Milan lose, they will be in.
Junior, AC Milan Atalanta has big ramifications for Champions League. AC Milan needs something out of this game and hoping that Juventus don't beat Bologna.
I don't know. I don't know. And I would just go safe and say Cristiano Ronaldo has a bigger personality than Zlatan on the field, and he is going to will his team to the Champions League some way, somehow. I don't know how, but I think Juventus just looks right in the Champions League. AC Milan don't look right in the Champions League right now, and just because of that, Juventus was set.
Big up to the AC Milan family. So come on, you think Juventus sneaks in?
No.
And does Napoli drops out here, because we know Napoli is a moody team themselves.
You know what?
Even though they play in Verona.
I think they'll be okay, because they play Verona, and Verona is 10th in the league on 43 points. I mean, like, they haven't been scoring a lot of goals. Has Verona scored 43 goals and have 45 goals scored against them? They have a -2, so they're all over the park. So I think if Napoli not much better still, but I think they'll be okay. No, let me tell. Look at this. Verona have a -2 goal difference. Napoli have a 45 goal difference. I think they'll be okay. I really think they'll be okay.
You think we're looking at goal difference open? But one thing that is certain, the guarantee going through to the next to the Champions League, AC Milan and Napoli, if they win their games, they're definitely going to the Champions League, right? And doesn't, regardless of what happens with Juventus,
right? Yeah.
Yes, and because we know that Juventus more than likely is going to win their game against Bologna, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, before we get to yard ballers and Jamaican football discussion, let's get to the women's football report. Let's get Kadish in here, because we had a mouth-watering match earlier today in the Women's Champions League final. We want to get Barcelona, big team. We want to hear what Kadish have to say first. Kadish, how you doing? Let's wait for Kadish to come on. Not here in our Women's Champions League final. Barcelona won. Let's wait for Kadish to join us. Come on, you're the Chelsea fan, but your thoughts on? You're also a Barcelona fan, so your thoughts on?
But it was a shellacking. I just say it. I mean, I was so happy that no more goals were scored in the second half, because I was like, it was embarrassing. But Barcelona is a good team. You know, we talk about the difference in style of play when it comes to, in Spain versus England. England is more rugged, and Barcelona is more like the finesse kind of football. We saw that today, where Chelsea was rough and rugged, but then Barcelona was like smooth, flawless passing, flawless control of the game. I mean, I was disappointed that Chelsea lost. I wanted, even if we were going to lose, 1-0 would have been acceptable, but 4-0 was ridiculous. So my sister said that there was going to be a comeback. 14.
At what point?
I don't know, maybe the second half. But I think Chelsea adjusted in the second half and they played better. But I think, because Barcelona was actually on cruise control. So it was a good game. I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, somebody had to lose. But it was a good showing by Barcelona women. Can we get some of them for play female? Can we have co-ed?
No, don't worry about that, because the men team would have salt up the ladies. Kadish Fishley join us, the ladies football aficionado. Wagwan family, how are you doing?
It has been a really bad weekend for me.
Well, I mean, you're a part of the Chelsea group, so you're Chelsea corner dog. How was the rum? How was the rum and coke, the medicine?
I have not yet, not yet. I have to take care of some kids, so I can't start drinking it.
Respect family. But
Mhm.
your thoughts on the Champions League final? We know you're a fan of football, regardless of who win. We know this is not going to be an objective assessment of what have the beating Chelsea got today.
Um, Chelsea didn't show up for the first half. It's as simple as that. And you could actually see the inexperience of the right back in this game, because I think throughout the game she was poorly positioned and she was beaten too easily. So that inexperience was you could have seen that clearly. However, if we had scored a couple of our chances, it would have been a different game. And that didn't happen. It was an off day. This is not the Chelsea team I've been watching for the entire year. So it was really an off day. And but we have to give credit to Barcelona. Every time I went to Barcelona, they play like how the men used to play, to be completely honest. And they're doing it in such a way where it seems even better to me. And a lot of people are going to have issues with that. But they look absolutely amazing playing. And if I wasn't a Real Madrid fan, I would support the Barcelona women's team. But I can't do that.
But I appreciate your honesty in acknowledging, even though as a Real Madrid fan, where you see class is class, and this Barcelona ladies team is exceptional. During our preview and prediction segment where we discussed the Women's Champions League final, I asked you about Naeem Charles and her potential vulnerability, and I thought the coach didn't let me feel that she got this. I thought
I think,
because
I mean,
they really took task with her to that.
yeah, and honestly, what sometimes when we look at these players, when we look at a Haaland or a Jadon Sancho, we forget about their age. And this is the case with Neem.
Yes,
This is her first time playing for a top team.
yes.
To have made the Champions League final, which is the biggest club trophy that you could aim for. Sometimes nerves do get the better of you.
Yes.
And I don't know if you realize, but after the first half, she was a completely different player.
Exactly.
So it really is that. And I need to say that the first time Barcelona went to the finals, they went to the finals in 2019.
Yes.
They were beaten 4-1.
Yes.
And that was their first time in the finals.
Yes.
This is Chelsea's first time in the finals.
Yes.
And I guarantee you, the next time Chelsea make it to the finals, it's going to be a different story. They have that experience now.
Yes.
So it's going to be completely different.
Yes. Before we get to other news in women's football, Martens for Barcelona, that player, she was sensational, beating Chelsea players off the dribble. Your thoughts? You said it's an entire team play, but what Barcelona play you thought was outstanding and pretty much brought them out? Because they were the underdogs going into this game, right?
Yeah, they were. And honestly, there was a point in the game where I was like, I hate Barcelona's number 10. I really.
Yes.
Every time Chelsea moved forward, I don't know how, but she appeared out of nowhere to break up the play. She and Leon, the number 4, Barcelona's defender, they to me were the standout. Without them, we would have gotten much better chances.
Yeah.
And there's nobody can tell me this. Those two, yes, they scored 4 goals, but those 4 goals came from them being so defensively reliable.
Yes. Other news in women's football, family. I know it was a tough week for your Chelsea, but it was a wonderful week. Chelsea ladies secure, so overall they won the Women's Super League. So it's not all bad. But other news in women's football.
It's not all bad. Well, there's been a lot of movements in women's football. Apparently, the Manchester United coach, she resigned and will be leaving, and that is weird to me. She had Manchester United challenging for a title that is usually a 3-horse race between City, Arsenal, and Chelsea. So her leaving, there seems to have been some issues with the board. There's not much else out there, but she's gone. Ebony Salmon, which is the forward for Bristol City, the former forward for Bristol City. She is now gone to Racing Louisville, and that to me is a big accusations by them, and I will definitely be watching their matches going forward. She's a huge talent going forward. She's a huge talent.
Yeah.
So we like to say that. Also in the Aston Villa, in Aluko,
Yeah.
she has also left her role as the sporting director to go to the US. So there seems to be a lot of movements going around, and within the next few weeks, yeah, I should think we will see some more. Even Arsenal's coach is moving to Juventus, so we should see who's coming in for Arsenal and all that. And Chelsea has recently signed defender from PSV Eindhoven. Oh, and Barcelona, finally, it has now been confirmed. Barcelona has won the league.
Yeah. Oh, even though they're leading by what? About 1 million points, right?
Exactly. With 8 games to go.
Yeah. And as far as Alison Swabia and Roma is concerned, Jamaican international Alison Swabia, the season's wrapped up for them, and now they're waiting for that Coppa Italia match.
Right. Yes. So they've already beaten the preemptive champions, which would have been Juventus.
Yeah.
But they kicked Juventus out. So it's just the Coppa Italia match. I'm looking forward to it. I think Roma might just have the chance to win this.
Okay.
The only team to really beat Roma out and out would have been Juventus. And we see where they've gotten rid of them. So it should be a good match. Hopefully we can get to watch it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think didn't Juventus beat them today 1-0?
Yeah. That was in the league, so it's a little bit of revenge in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, football family. Any other major news going on in the women's football?
Nothing major. I have notifications on my phone, so anytime something major happens, I get notified. And come on, really seems to be helping me out a lot with this. Every other day I get tapped in something on Twitter with some news. So, but nothing more right now. Okay. Anything else, I will definitely tweet you guys, and look forward to coming back and talking to you.
All right, respect family. Milan versus Roma in the Italian Women's Cup final, May 30th. That final is coming down. Best of luck to you, Chelsea ladies, next time, and the Reggae girls getting ready for friendly matches coming up in a few weeks. So, any news on that front?
I haven't, other than what we spoke about last week with the new acquisitions that we got, I haven't heard much. Hopefully, it's not the same where the match is tomorrow. The match is on Friday, and the girls get in on Tuesday. Have a training camp on Wednesday. And then Friday, we just go out and play crappy. So hopefully they prepare for it properly. Give the girls enough time to gel and do the best that we can do.
Okay. Respect, family. Family, best of luck. We'll talk again. Stay safe, all right, as we get to Yard Ballers. Thank you, family.
All right, bye.
All right, let's get to Yard Ballers and highlight and discuss Jamaican footballers before we focus on Jamaican players playing their trade overseas and Jamaican Football League. Let's talk about Concacaf Gold Cup. Schedule is officially out, and friendly games coming up with the Reggae Boys squad for a second. Your thoughts on the Concacaf Gold Cup, Jamaica's Group C matches coming down quickly. Come on, are you still hearing me?
Benton.
Yes, come on, you're not hearing me.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so our first game is against Suriname on my birthday. They look like it's a little drive down. We're up there. Down Orlando?
Yeah, it's matches in Orlando, yes.
So that's where, so the 3 friends that we have, we're playing Japan, Serbia, and then Japan U23. And I think Kappa has called in a whole bunch of players. I guess he's trying to, get the right fit. Let's see how that goes. It's we never get to talk about the roster.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of mixture. Tapa now leave out the local players. Them drop in some local players. Nice to see Lamar Walker on there. Alvas is on there. Hector is on there. Ravel is on there. And you know how I feel about unattached players, but whatever. So it's a good thing for Tapa to kind of see and have a wide pool of players. So, it's going to be interesting. So I want to go to the Gold Cup. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, ball chat going to do wall-to-wall live watch along, and hopefully some of us will be in the stand, pandemic permitting. But the Reggae Boy squad for the friendly games: Andre Blake, Dylan Barnes, Casey Palmer, Wesley Harding, Devon Williams, Blair Targat, Luca Levy, here comes baller from Harborview, Lamar Walker, Javon East, Ethan Pinnock, Dennis Taylor, Liam Moore, Kemar Lawrence, Anil Fisher, Kevin Lambert, Junior. Your thoughts on the Reggae Boys: Junior Flemings, Tariq McGee, Shamar, Andre Gray, Jaden White, Mariappa, Bell, Powell, Morrison,
Why you jump over Hector?
Bobby Reed, Corey Berg, Anglin, and Isaac, and of course the special Michael Hector.
I don't wait. I know me wear glasses, but I don't see Tony. I don't see Michael and Tony. I don't see. Wait, them can't spell Leon Bailey name, right?
Billy too broke.
Yes,
Listen,
yeah.
this is friendly. Tapa know what Leon Bailey brings to the table. Him not need to see. Alright, him already play some games. So I really need to jail somewhere. Plus him broke him tour. Isn't Ivan Tony holding, because hopefully them get promoted to the Premier League. Isn't he holding out for an England call up, which he should? They said Mikel Antonio paperwork never finished, or his agent was too busy enough. He didn't review the 4-page contract or whatever 5-page contract that the JFF sent. So this is a top a little pick out list. So I think those players that you call Junior, if Ivan Tony is interested, I think he'll get a spot. Same thing with Antonio, and Leon Bailey's spot is secure. So now pay the list on mine.
All right. So
this list is important for the friendlies, right? And before you comment, Junior, Michael Ricky says quickly, there's a little bit of tardiness from Leon and his management. They have not yet signed the contract, but we have had verbal commitment from them that he will do so in short order. As it relates to Mikel Antonio's agent, he has not gone through the document as yet in its entirety, and they will do so in short order. It's a bunch of short order. As soon as they have gone through and are comfortable with the document. So we are expectant and hoping that these contracts will be finalized soon. And based on the indication from Coach Whitmore, these players will be part of the setup as soon as the contracts are signed. So that's from JFF President Michael Ricketts. Leon Bailey and his group is tardy, and Mikel Antonio's agent going through the contract. Junior.
This is just a setup for me to just embarrass ball chat. Like that's just a layup. Like you just say, here you go, Junior. It's a
there
layup.
you go, Junior.
Disrespect JFF, I'm not going to do it. This Michael Antonio, Tony, Demar Gray, Liam Bailey, all of these superstars that Jamaica is trying to attract to come play for us. Yo, don't treat us like don't treat us Jamaican fans like we don't have TV. All right? Don't treat us Jamaican fans like we don't have higher than a second grade education. Just come out and say, we're only going to play in big games. Just say it. Just say it. Just say, I am only playing in World Cup qualifiers. I'm only playing in Gold Cup. No call me for come play for no friendly match. No call me for come play for no idiot field. Big up Bubblegum Man. Why name again come on Bubblegum Man? Jazz Barnes. When he said, he no play upon turf. Right?
You take me off of the pitch, me now go back on it. But anyways,
but seriously, So Antonio, Leon Bailey and company, and big up, yo, big up.
Leon to a broke.
You know, come on, it don't matter. Put the man name for the list and forward. What? So hold on. When World Cup start?
Yeah, but this is for the friendlies, Junior. I mean, Tampa Whitmore will roll out in the Gold Cup squad July 2nd.
Listen, June, but he gave an interview. He said that he'd be ready. He'll be ready for Gold Cup. That's what he said. So
just say I am only playing in the big. Don't think no wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly. Jamaicans don't care. We just want to beat USA and Mexico in the Gold Cup. But listen, I have a problem with the Antonio, the Mikel Antonio response. All these players got the contract at the same time. Mikel Antonio is the only player that is playing. The agent's job is to read contracts. I know that JFF did not just give Mikel Antonio and his agent this contract. Damian Lowe, Corey Burke, Shamar, Nicholas Lamar, Speedy, Andre Blake, Taxi name, Hector, all these players got the same contract and they could sign. When are the contracts though? Unless Mikel asks the first class travel all the way. But the response by Ricketts is like, Ricketts is a idiot. Ricketts, no. Just say that the money now come play against no Japan U23 like what Junior said, no Serbia friendly and a Japan national team or whatever. Just say that. But don't tell me say him not go over the contract. When that contract you go over if you sign it. But I don't know for some Jamaicans, I don't know if it's going to sit well that when we call up a contingent of players who play games, gel, somebody say, me nah come if I go play one Curacao or whatever, and top of I go draw back the faithful, the local faithful. So they must get them stuff organized. That not really sit well with the Mikel Antonio one. Everybody get the contract at the same time. These players look over it, the agents, them look over it, and them sign it and send it to me. So whatever.
BM saying Corey Burke playing well, he should partner Nichols up front. And he also said Ivan Toney does not want to play for Jamaica. Let me tell you something, man. For the whole year, it was always, yo, Gray might come play for Jamaica. Yo, Mikel Antonio want to play for Jamaica. And then Damian Lowe with the record gate and all of these things, right? You had all of these fissions, all these fractures, all these fighting going on from different angles over our little idiot side. At the end of the day, it's real simple. Do you want to play for Jamaica? Yes or no? Yes, I want to play for Jamaica. All right, let's make it work. No, I don't want to play for Jamaica. All right, have a good life. Nobody come back to me next year and talk about you change your mind at that point. That's
but Junior.
Yeah.
It is easier said than done. You as a football coach have a player like Ivan Toney who break the championship record, right? In a fee mind, him good enough to play for England. They all out to see if they're going to call him to play England squad when he move up to the Premier League, right? It don't work out. It don't happen. Him say Jamaica play good with Hector and Blake and Roof and Low, right? So him not going to call no Jacob and say, yo, I think I can contribute as a leading goal scorer in the championship. I can contribute to World Cup and help you know. You think that Tapa ever say, we don't want him? And I say it work. So guess what? They'll always run down, them always beg. The issue is this, and we complain all the time that the local players are not good enough. But at what point will we reward loyalty? Because Hector 100 times, you know, but guess what? If Jamaica call Hector and say, come make we go play Harborview or Mobile down there, so Hector is on the plane to come. So, I mean, like, loyalty has something to do with it, but Jamaica will always want the best players out there. They're not turn down Ivan Toney. Now, how much time them approach him and him say, no, if him call and say him want come, trust me, Shamar Nicholson, Corey Burke, Who else? Fleming play on the wing. Who else will have a striker? Roof. All of them man that get pushed to the side. Antonio get no, they're gonna find a way to put him, on the wing or whatever. But they will always bring in the players. So stop it.
So we need to work with what we have, and like Kamon said, but or they will always find a way to incorporate certain people or personnel. Quickly, my ball, Javon Watson is missing from this list. He's usually a steal in Tapa's midfield. I notice Alvas Powell and Ravel Morrison are in this list, and they're both also unattached. So the unattached criteria doesn't work anymore. Do you expect Javon Watson to be in the final squad for the Gold Cup, knowing that he's been quite reliable for Tapa?
No, Tapa have a plethora of players. He have whole heap of people out there.
They are not Javon Watson. Come on.
Hey, listen. I mean, Damien can DJ upon the bus. Flemings can DJ upon the bus. Who else?
And big up Javon, aka Haka Watson, who watch ball chat.
No,
we're not saying you DJ only.
True. Yeah, but it's true. And unless Alvas have a club lineup, I don't understand Alvas and I love Alvas. Unless Alvas have a club lineup, I don't understand Alvas inclusion. My husband would say Alvas is a damn good player. Yeah, but Alvas has not played since when? Last year? When he was at Inter, he probably played one game when he got down at Sudan. Ravel has not played how long? So, I mean, yes, we can say it is fair, but does Javon Watson bring the quality that Ravel brings? That is the problem. If there was no other player on the squad that does what Javon Watson, aka Aka do, Aka would have included unattached. If you realize there are local players on this list that have not played a game. Isaacs, for example, he played with when did he go? Saudi Arabia. But he has not played any other football, and he's included in the squad. So Tapa will always find a way to include who he want to include. Listen, I bet you any amount of money if Aka fit, Tapa might just call him because he needs somebody to quiet the locker room.
The locker room. Go ahead, Junior.
But we don't know if Watson even want to play for Jamaica right now. We don't know.
He's a journeyman. Listen, he's a journeyman.
It doesn't matter.
Aka, Javon, can you please come on ball chat and come talk to me? Can you come talk to us? Cause
remember same way it went forward still, but come on. I can remember talk for you, Javon. I don't know you personally, but I'm going to talk for you. You are such a mainstay for Tapa. If Michael Antonio can don't read our fee contract, Leon Bailey have blocked to a brother, you don't read your contract neither to you, man. Read your contract when World Cup forward. And you can play for Gold Cup.
But there is no spot in the squad for Aka. Okay. There's no hole for him to fit. There is no room for him. I mean, seriously, if Javon had if there was a player who can do it, when do I mean Aka 37. Aka is 37 years old. All Aka will be when a World Cup time. So
getting a bit old. All right, football family, make we try to wrap up here a little bit. But remind us again, come on, what the friendly games that are coming up with the squad. Tapa Whitmore said this is an opportunity for players to show themselves, to paraphrase.
I mean, and that's why I'm saying that this is what this squad is. So Tapa can see what he's short of and what he needs to do. So I mean, it is going to be interesting to see his pool. So Jamaica a player, who will play?
So Serbia, Japan,
Serbia, Japan national team, Serbia, and Japan U23
23 team. Before we leave the squad, big test for Javon East. He scored a lot of goals in Costa Rica. How big is this for him to show up and show that he can do this on the national stage.
He must for sure. The other day we were arguing with somebody on Twitter talking about Javon East playing and scoring in Costa Rica and scoring all these goals. But when he gets the opportunity, he does not do well on the international stage. And we were talking about, him being a goal scorer. A goal scorer is a goal scorer. It's like when we say Ivan Toney on Twitter complains that people talk about the reason why him break the record is because him do the tap-ins and everybody gave him penalties to take. So the same thing with Javon East is scoring goals. So I mean, like, what is it that you want him to do? He has to score the goals in order to be seen to move to a better league. So he just needs to take this opportunity and just do what he's supposed to do, bang in some goals. If he can't score 3 goals on Japan U23, come on. So, he just has to take this opportunity and just shut up the naysayers there. Because he might perform, which part in there.
Yeah. Big friendly games coming down. And just to remind the football family, the Jamaica's Group C will play in Group C in Gold Cup matches. They play Suriname July 12th. Then they play a qualifier July 16th. And they play Costa Rica on July 20th. Games in Orlando, Florida. Hopefully quite a few of us will be in the stand, football family.
We're definitely having the watch along. We'll definitely be having the watch along.
Yes.
And also Epl Schedule saying Jamaica is not the highlight Tony wants right now. For a guy who scored so many goals for the season, BM saying the JFF is like the greedy dog who loses his bone. Jason Frame said Mattel come on leads the East is not it. Just like how she used to say Tammy Abraham was not it. So people, I have to admit that the best World Gold Cup run Jamaica ever had, the best World Cup run Jamaica ever had was the World Cup run after they played in the Copa Cup. The same exact team played 3 games in the Copa Cup and then transferred that energy into the Gold Cup, and they came out like their hair was on fire, right? I'm saying all that now that you have 3 practice games before you start the Gold Cup. This is when you play your best side. This is not when you come in and experiment. You pick your best squad. Me know Liam Bailey to a block, but you pick your best squad and you play your best squad. You beat Japan under 23, 15 love, I care 0. You beat Serbia. If you're lucky, you can beat Serbia. And if you're lucky, you can beat Japan big side. But you can go into the Gold Cup with some momentum. It is crazy to start thinking about playing a Gold Cup tournament and you're just bringing a team together right before then. Because this squad is not the squad going to Gold Cup. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's all. Come on, any other yard ball news we want to quickly discuss?
Yes, so Nico Brett scored his first goal for Birmingham. Junior Flemings had a 6-game ban from the last incident last season. So his first game was yesterday. He had a very good game. I mean, Junior always lively. Junior dropped too much though, but Junior lively, and it's good to see him and Nico on the pitch. So they that was good. Devon Speedy Williams scored for Miami FC. Listen, Lamar Walker is a baller.
Yeah, I watched that game.
Lamar Walker is a baller. Lamar. Any OU decide to stay in USL, the NIDC are going to personally come down to Miami and beat you.
I mean,
him is an intelligent footballer.
Yeah, see,
and I enjoy exactly, and I mean the coach side that he started, and I think he should consistently start and have and play to the best of his ability. So he had a very good game. Speedy Williams, had a good game too. Scored. And I see big things happening for Lamar. As we said, Leon Bailey broke him tour. He said he's expected to return to play in June. Andre Lewis was an unused sub in the Colorado Switchback 4-0 win over Sporting. Javane Brown, he was substituted in the 60th minute in Vancouver's 3-0 loss to Sporting. Corey Burke again. Corey Burke scored the only goal in the 1-0 win versus New York Red Bulls for Philly. Taxi played 87 minutes in a 1-1 draw versus New York City. Justin McMaster was an unused sub in Minnesota's 1-0 win over FC Dallas. Kemar Roof, he bagged a brace for Rangers. They beat Aberdeen 4-0. But what Rangers and Steven Gerrard have done is really remarkable. They have an unbeaten run, and this is Roof's 5th double. He has 18 goals for the season. So Tapa really have a whole bunch of players that he really has to choose from. As of today, there has been no restart date for the Jamaica Premier League. They got the green light to go ahead to start training. So I think they're starting to train. I think what they're doing is putting in the COVID protocols in place. Remember, no fans, and they have to retrain everybody, take temperature, do the whole work to get Premier League in a bubble and to, get it restarted. But no date has been said. Nothing has been finalized. So hopefully next show we have some updates, or we can see it in the Observer and the Gleaner when we can actually see Jamaica football back on the local stage. And that's my roundup for Yardball.
And before you go, the Premier League chairman, Mr. Williams, said they're going to have tight security at the Premier League games, and wanted strictly enforce the no fans in the stand policy. Your thoughts quickly, Junior.
Wait, now before Junior, Mr. Williams, have you ever gone to a schoolboy football activity, engagement, whatever you want to call it? I have seen Jamaicans scale the wall at Sabina to a free event, free FREE event. So it is crazy. Our people are so indisciplined. I don't know how you're going to tell fans not to come. Unless you're going to allow them to stand up and peek through the barbed wire, through the fence. But I don't know how you're going to do it. I mean, like, when you figure it out, let me know. Because my people don't know when people say, do not come to replace. So it's going to be interesting. At least security guards are going to be employed.
Yeah, and they're looking for and they're working on a deal with a security company. And they also...
Guardsman, don't it? Guardsman around to feed people, but go on.
But the matches will be played at the stadium and is it at the stadium? Did they declare the two venues yet?
Not yet, but this is the thing too. If this is what they're doing, I hope that they're going to stream all the games on TV, because then now that will encourage people to stay home and watch the games. It makes no sense you have Alvaview and Cavaliera play and Jamaicans only can follow it on Twitter, or somebody can tell you how it's going. So they have to make sure that they stream everything all on the platforms, make it free. Jamaicans have gone through so much over the past year. So make it free so people can be engaged again in local football. Make we know the players, them, talk about them story, them journey to your stuff. Just let us get back in love with Jamaica football.
Junior, quickly, your thoughts, family. Is that the thought?
You ever kiss with teeth and what? About security. Yes, it's easy to enforce, but we will see.
We will see. We will see. Football family, thank you for taking the time for joining us on today's episode. We will preview the other groups of the Gold Cup as we get closer to the tournament. We'll preview groups A through D and do our formal prediction. Gold Cup kicks off in July. The Reggae Boys friendly games coming down in June, so we'll discuss that as we get closer to those matches. I'm sure things will change. Maybe Leon Bailey and Mikel Antonio will finally sign their contract. Football family, you can connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on Twitter at Ball Chat 1. We're on Facebook at Ball Chat. Email us at ballchatpodcast on gmail.com. Subscribe to FlowSports. Subscribe to Ball Chat YouTube page. Subscribe to Ball Chat Facebook page. Football family, we know you have a lot of choices for your content. We're happy that you spend time with us on Sunday discussing the beautiful game. Yo, family, we're going on the road, you know.
Theater.